to win the game.
Coming at you live in the heart of Lincoln, America.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
On air and online at theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Jake Bakoven and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
We are here live with the Ticket Water Cooler on 93.7 The Ticket. Happy to be with you on your lunch hour every weekday from 12 to 1. He is Rico. I am Buck. And this is how we do some Ticket Water Cooler stuff. How you doing, Rico?
Oh, I'm doing good now. Got Good Sense Friday. We got our sandwiches.
Oh, heck yeah.
About to down mine off air, and it's going to be fantastic because obviously nobody wants to hear me eat a sandwich on air. That'd be just a terrible time for everybody involved. So, but I'm excited. I'm ready. I keep forgetting that today is not only Friday, but that it's game day.
Yeah, it's very strange.
So that's a thing. Nebraska volleyball also played yesterday. They play tomorrow. So you get Nebraska events like all weekend. There's also the Title IX event going on at Bolin Field / Haymarket Park. It's going to be happening outside of Bolin, and then it's going to be followed by a doubleheader against UNO. For softball tomorrow, I think it starts at 10:30. You go to Huskers.com. You can sign up that way. Me and my family are going to be there.
That's cool.
So it's going to be a blast.
They're going to have
so they're going to have like representatives for every women's sport there. And then so that starts, I believe, at 10:30, and then at 12, maybe 12:30. I think it's 12. They play the first game against UNO, and then it's a doubleheader. So then, following the first game, however long afterwards, probably 45 minutes or so, they'll play the second game against UNO. So it'll be a nice little, hopefully the weather's nice and a nice little Saturday out with the family, watching some softball and talking to some extremely talented female athletes for the Huskers.
And you did mention Nebraska volleyball. How'd they beat Michigan State, right?
Yep, they swept Michigan State last night up in East Lansing. They played in the Breslin Center, actually.
Oh, nice.
They moved over to the Breslin Center from their really terrible old building that they used to play in. But they cut it down. Well, they wanted more seating and the fact that it was just a bad building. They have a new coach. Maybe she's been there a year or two. But she's there, and one of her first requests was to move over to the Breslin Center. They cut it down from it seats about 16,000 for basketball. They cut out the top row, so it sits, the bottom row. It's about 6,500. So it's nice. It's a nice little more / less intimate, but you get more people around you, and it's better acoustics and everything, and then just a better feel for volleyball. But Nebraska ended up sweeping them. Not particularly close in the third set. The second set got a little dicey towards the end, but Nebraska figured out a way. They ran a 6-2 again, so they had Kennedy Orr and Ani Evans setting the ball up. They took more advantage of something that John Cook has been just begging them to do for this entire season is set the middle. He just wants the setters to set it to the middle, and they finally did that last night. And you saw Becca Alec and Caitlin Horde, the freshman and the grad transfer senior, both hit over 500. I think they both had over 6 kills. Caitlin Horde also had somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 or 6 blocks, and Becca Alec had around 4. Like they were just, the middles kind of took over in this one. And it was a sight to see. It was really good. Kennedy Orr, who, they had a plan to run a 6-1 if she was struggling. She played a better game last night, so they kept going with the 6-2. And at one point, I realized there was a set that she had that was just perfect. It was beautiful. It was like behind her head, set up perfectly for Maddie Kubik, got a beautiful swing on it, set it down for the kill. It was fantastic. And I was like, that's the number one recruit in the nation from a couple years ago. That's what they want from her. But it's been a little bit of a struggle, but I feel like she's coming into her own. Ani Evans is much better. She's a little older at setting the middle, which John Cook mentioned is kind of intimidating in one of the harder places to set the ball. But last night they took full advantage of their middles being supremely talented, and Michigan State missing 2 of their middles. One of them has been out for a lot of the season. The other one has been out for a couple of games, but they were kind of down to kind of some backup middle blockers there, and Nebraska took full advantage of that.
And is Michigan State, pardon me for not keeping up with the Big Ten, is that a good victory? Is that like beating Iowa?
It's better than beating Iowa. Iowa is the worst team in the Big Ten. It's better than beating Iowa, but they're not especially with the injuries, they're not, one of the better teams in the Big Ten. They're around middle of the pack, but they're a solid team. It's still it's a good win.
Good win. Okay.
They get Michigan tomorrow. That'll be a good win. I think Michigan plays, who do they play? Penn State or Minnesota tonight. So they'll go back to back. I believe.
Tough draw for them.
Yeah, tough draw for them. But I think I could be wrong. I know I saw it on the graphics that they put up last night on Big Ten. Just some fantastic matchups going on in Big Ten volleyball this weekend. So make sure you tune in. Big Ten Network and ESPN's been throwing a lot more volleyball up on their family of networks. So if you wanna catch some volleyball action, it's really good volleyball being played all around the country.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. I'm glad we're able to kind of update that. We lean on you, Rico, because I couldn't hold too much of a conversation about volleyball.
Big Red Bass on YouTube says Michigan State was 10-5. That's true. They were 10-5, but they're 1-3 in the Big Ten currently.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Let's take a quick break. We'll do what we usually do here on Good Sense Friday and reach out to Bryan Munson. And Bryan Munson will get us ready for tonight's game, which is obviously a sold-out crowd in Piscataway getting ready for Rutgers and Nebraska. We'll do that next here on the Ticket Water Cooler, 93.7 The Ticket.
Another packed fall sports season means it's time to get to N Street Drive-In to fill up on all your beverage needs. Right now, they have tons of fall seasonals and Oktoberfest beers, and you can check out their First Street Brewing and Lucky Bucket selections as their beers of the month. Also, make sure to download the new N Street Drive-In app to order online and to set up delivery right to your front door. And don't forget their top-notch Crowler fill system. N Street Drive-In, your one-stop beverage stop at 1801 O Street.
They might win, they might lose, but either way, you have something to say about it. Don't miss the Husker After Party postgame show immediately following every Nebraska football game. Nick Sainert and Jake Bakoven give instant reaction, quotes from the players and coaches, and take all your phone calls with thoughts on the game. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, only on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sponsored by Action Plumbing and Heating, Gary Michaels Quilliers, and Brant Excavate.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Nebraska fans, it's almost time for college football season. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln is a proud donor of Nebraska Athletics. Brokers Insurance Agency is located at 33rd and A Streets in the heart of Lincoln. At Brokers, they can help you with all your insurance needs. Let them worry about your insurance so you have more time to enjoy the college football season. Call one of their licensed agents today at 402-420-5353 or visit their website at brokersinsurancene.com. Go Big Red.
In today's day and age, people are trying to do more and more projects by themselves. That might be better on the wallet, but it can also lead to painful sounds like this. Ow! Poor guy, trying to do wiring all by himself. Let's have another listen. It's just not worth it. Don't hurt yourself or make things worse than they are already. For any of your electric needs, call Joe at Ambition Electric today at 402-217-3415 or go to ambitionelectric.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.58 per hour. And other select jobs is starting at $24.28 per hour, with wages growing up to $30.30 per hour. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
It's tailgate season. Why would you bounce around from place to place for all your beverage needs when you could have it all in one place? Wine, Beer, and Spirits has everything for your parties with their 3 locations in Lincoln, Grand Island, and Omaha. It's the largest liquor store in the state, and here's the best part. You can get a drink from their bar and walk around with it as you shop for all your tailgate necessities. Locally owned and operated, it's Wine, Beer, and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday. You lost Wednesday. You're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler, brought to you by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Boy, this hits a little different when it's game day, doesn't it?
Just a smidge.
Let's get ready, guys.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey! Let's get it.
I'm
Friday
excited.
blackout and Piscataway.
Blackout. No, we've mentioned this briefly and maybe made a joke out of it, but what would you think about wearing the all whites against the blackout? I kind of like it.
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
That's a good look.
Although everybody keeps making fun of it. I don't care. I don't care. Everybody's scared to wear alternate jerseys now. Just cause, look, the thing is, and I'll say it till the day I die, just because you lose in a jersey doesn't mean you can't wear it again. Because if that were a fact, Nebraska would have to find some different jerseys.
Quite a bit of quite often, huh?
Because they've lost in their home jerseys, they've lost in their away jerseys, they've lost in their alternates, they've lost in their second alternate, they've lost in just about every jersey they've ever worn. Just because you lose in a jersey doesn't mean you can't wear it again.
Boy, it's been a while since they wore those all whites. It seems like the latter Bo Pelini teams especially liked those.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Yeah, like the 2013-14 era.
They also had some really bad alternates though. The Bo Pelini teams were the ones that had the ones with the against Wisconsin where they had the big N. And Wisconsin had with the big W. Terrible. Those were awful.
That was the first one, actually, Nebraska. First alternate.
Was it? Oh my god.
Well, other than throwbacks.
It was so bad.
That was interesting. I called that game for student radio, and it was hard. Like, even the first time Nebraska scored, I couldn't tell. All I saw was a big N go in the end zone. I couldn't tell who it was. So just touchdown, Nebraska.
Touchdown team.
Who it was, yeah. So it was just kind of a weird call. weird situation.
Bryce
but,
says go all
good
red
game.
instead of all white. That would be great too.
Hey, actually,
When's the last time they wore all red?
Well, probably that game because they did wear all red for that big end game. Well, and then the Illinois game with alternates a few years, but just traditional Nebraska uniforms,
just all
red. That's a long time because Tom Osborne went away from it. I think in the late 80s, early 90s, they lost a few games in all red, and then
they were like, never again.
They said, yeah, we're not going to do that. I'd love to see it. I think that looks nice.
Vershawn said during his time they never wore all red or all white.
Yeah.
Sad.
I don't think so, yeah.
Sad.
I'd like to see it. I'd like, especially the all red. I'd just like to see that once in my lifetime. They lose enough. It doesn't. You can't blame it on the jerseys anymore.
It's not the jersey's fault that you lose it. And look, you see it all the time. The recruits when they come in and they wear the jerseys, and they have the all black ones, the all red, the all white. They look clean. They look nice. Why don't you wear it on the field? Why are you just like, oh yeah, recruits, you can wear this. You'll never wear it on the field. You'll never wear it out there making plays. But hey, yeah, you can wear it here. No, that's boring. All right, step your game up, Nebraska.
And it is weird, the Rutgers crowd selling out here, and we'll do our ticket
for the second time in a row.
That's pretty cool.
Good for them. That's the first time they've done that since I think they sold out 3 in a row when they first joined the Big Ten.
Hey,
good for them.
They've got it rolling.
Look at you, Scarlet Knights. Shout out to Greg Schiano, but not like too much of a shout out because I still hope you lose. But shout out to Greg Schiano.
Yeah, I hope that they flood the gates by halftime because Nebraska's up by so much. But
that'd be nice.
But who knows? We'll see. It is kind of exciting. You like the blackout idea? It feels kind of strange, obviously, to be playing on a Friday night. I guess I didn't expect this from Rutgers. I didn't expect this crowd. I expected
a sellout.
Well, the 2020 crowd, obviously, no one was there, and I thought that's about how Rutgers games go.
So they're used to they're used to it. Yeah, they were fine. No, I mean. It's a big game. It's a game.
It's a big game for them.
You're in prime time, kind of ish. You're the first game of the Friday night. First game of the Friday night slate. You're the only Power 5 versus Power 5 game this Friday night. So, I mean, it's interesting. I'm sure that there's some other incentives to go along with showing up to the stadium. I know the students are getting T-shirts and buttons and all this stuff. So the student section has been, sold out for that. And I mean, it seems like a pretty interesting game to go to. I mean, you're going up against a Nebraska team that has been struggling lately, although they win against Indiana. This could be a thing where Rutgers fans are like, look, Rutgers could beat Nebraska. Like that's, I mean, even if Nebraska is currently not at the level that they want to be or that the nation expects Nebraska to be at, being able to say a Rutgers football team beat a Nebraska football team is still a big deal.
Yeah, a feather in your cap.
Yeah, so I'm sure that just the thought of, there's a chance, before there was no there's a chance that this Rutgers team can beat Nebraska. I'm sure that had a few Rutgers fans, flocking to whatever their stadium is called. And also, again, Nebraska fans travel well. Yeah. There's a bunch of Nebraska fans out on the East Coast. So that also probably plays a part into it.
Yeah, we'll see. And we'll get to the ticket prices again. The secondary market, obviously, not that great for Nebraska-Rutgers. Actually, the lowest priced game in the Big Ten.
$3.
$11.
Okay.
I think let me double check. No, it's $19 on the secondary market.
That's the lowest. That's a pretty good week if that's the lowest.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Pretty good week.
Usually Northwestern must not have a home game.
No, they do not. They're at Wisconsin.
That's the lowest in the Big Ten.
Although they're at Wisconsin. If Wisconsin didn't fire their coach, that would be the lowest ticket. That would be the lowest ticket. I guarantee you.
And the Wisconsin students are probably just not going to show up, period, for that game.
No jump around.
Yeah.
Sad. If Northwestern beats Wisconsin, just throw this football season away.
The Big Ten West would be
just throw the Big Ten West away.
Wisconsin's not in the. You don't see Wisconsin as a Big Ten West driver. I
don't. It's just that it's Wisconsin and it's Northwestern, and this Northwestern team is not good. I know Nebraska lost to Northwestern. This Northwestern team is not good.
Yeah, that's part of the reason Frost is out of here, is because Northwestern is not good, and they beat Nebraska.
If Wisconsin loses to this Northwestern team, throw the Big Ten West away.
Hey, don't say that.
Throw it away.
They actually are probably going.
Although the orange team, that team is good.
Oh yeah,
that team. Like I said, I looked up. I was looking up NCAA stats for some reason or another, and Illinois is in the top 50 in damn near every category that you can look at. Defensively, offensively, rush defense, rush offense, pass defense, like they are a good team. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, different. I'd like to see Illinois maybe make a run for the Big Ten West just to get something new in there. And of course, I'm a bit of a Brett Bielema fan, so there's also that.
Shout out to Bert.
Yeah, shout out to Bert. I'd love to see him get a better job, or just build Illinois. I wouldn't mind seeing Illinois football back for a while. People have thought for a while that could be a sleeping giant as well in college football.
I mean, why not? I mean, your biggest in-state rival is for recruiting is Northwestern. So
yeah,
go to the Chicago market and bring some kids out to Champaign.
Yeah.
Look, Illinois is I don't know that much about recruiting. I would like to think Illinois is a pretty fertile recruiting ground.
Yeah, you would think so.
I feel like there's a lot of kids that come out of Illinois.
The problem is Notre Dame's right in the area, the Michigan schools. You don't have to necessarily stay in state if you're a big time product out
That's
of there.
true, but if Bert's turning it around,
yeah,
you can stay in
make
state.
Make it cool.
Exactly. Make Illinois cool again.
That's right. Hasn't been cool since Juice Williams was down there with Ron Zook back in the day, 2007 or so.
Ron Zook was that guy for like 2 years.
Yeah. That quickly turned after that. By the way, we didn't just punt on Bryan Munson. We couldn't get a hold of him. I know he's on the road, so that could possibly.
I hope everything's okay. It was going straight to voicemail.
He's probably just in it.
Maybe he has it on Do Not Disturb or something.
Yeah, or he got busy, which is also, possible.
That's a thing.
So yeah, we'll catch up with Bryan probably next week, getting ready for that game, and then more about recruiting as well, as obviously that is his specialty. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, let's go through the nation and look at ticket prices. Where does Nebraska compare? What are the highest ticket prices? What are the lowest ticket prices on the secondary market this week? And we'll give us give you guys more insight and more thoughts on the Nebraska-Rutgers games as it is. What, less than 5 hours away now? A little bit more than 5 hours away?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm excited for that. We'll do that next year on the Ticket Water Cooler, 93.7 The Ticket.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you could earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
It's tailgate season. Why would you bounce around from place to place for all your beverage needs when you could have it all in one place? Wine, Beer, and Spirits has everything for your parties with their 3 locations in Lincoln, Grand Island, and Omaha. It's the largest liquor store in the state, and here's the best part. You can get a drink from their bar and walk around with it as you shop for all your tailgate necessities. Locally owned and operated, it's Wine, Beer, and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Did you know that the U.S. has added over 1,100 new breweries in the last 18 months? Learn more by shopping at Myers Cork and Bottle, 13th and South, and by tuning into Thirsty Thursdays with Kevin Myers, because sports are better with a drink in your hand and a friend at your side.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and things are cooking here in Louisville. We are really hitting on all cylinders right now, and deals are off the charts. We've got a lot more new 2022 and 2023 Chevrolet and GMC inventory than we've had in a long time. So make sure you check us out online, or do even better, stop on in the store and let us show you one in person. Our pre-owned lot is plumb full, so take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street, or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Mostly cloudy and cool for our Friday. We only top out at around 57 this afternoon. North winds at around 10. With clearing skies tonight, a freeze warning in effect. We'll see lows tonight dropping down to around 30, but a nice bounce back tomorrow with sunny skies and a high of 67. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler. Brought to you by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on the Ticket Water Cooler as we inch toward the eventual kickoff between Nebraska and Rutgers. We want to compare it and see what it looks like to the rest of college football this week. Rico, you said you're kind of got your Saturday a little bit filled a little bit. You still going to take advantage of a free Saturday and watch some college football?
Yeah, I'll catch some college football. You know I will. I'm going to get a little bit in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, softball. So what am I trying to say right now? Title IX rally, softball, and then we'll go home and watch some football.
Well, there you go. There's no better way to end a day than watching some football. And of course, that's what we all plan to do this evening. I mentioned a little bit earlier, Nebraska-Rutgers is actually the lowest price ticket in the Big Ten this week. $19 to get in, that despite being a sellout crowd. So I don't know how much they priced the tickets at initially, but I don't think anybody's making any money off
23
for $19.
Yeah, not a lot.
So it's kind of strange there, but I still expect to see a full crowd there with the blackout in Piscataway. Let's go to the top of the board. Actually, 3 games above $100 this weekend.
Wow.
What do you think the top ticket price is?
Alabama A&M play, Texas and Oklahoma play. I don't know if that one's very expensive. Although, it usually is, even if they're unranked.
Yeah.
Still a good. But who else plays? I don't know who else. Is there a Georgia one in there?
There's a Georgia one
There's
in there.
a Georgia
Auburn
one?
and Georgia. That's
Auburn
a
and
heated
Georgia?
rivalry, yeah.
Auburn is trash, though.
Yeah.
Texas A&M Alabama. That's going to be the highest one, right?
Actually, the highest one, you were onto something there, is Texas Oklahoma, despite the fact
there we go
that they don't have neither of those teams are ranked. $177.
Who I would not pay that.
That's just the get-in price. That's the cheapest ticket you can get.
I'll just
right
go
now
to the Texas State Fair.
Yeah.
And just be around.
I think Strick was out by this Texas State Fair too. So
Is he going to the game?
I don't think he's going to the game.
Boo.
I think he's just near the State Fair.
He
I
should
have
wear
to do the
Nebraska
same thing.
gear.
Yeah, maybe he will. That should go over well there. It's kind of weird. The Red River rivalry usually. I mean, think about the beginning of this year. You have the Red River rivalry and that Texas A&M game, and that's. I mean, we circled these date on our calendar, and now that we get here, we're like, nah.
This was supposed to be like a great weekend of college football. This was. This is gonna be funny. So it's supposed to be Texas A&M and Alabama going back and forth, ranked teams. They hate each other. The whole recruiting thing. Texas and Oklahoma. Texas is back. Oklahoma under first-year coach Brent Venables, and they're doing their thing. And then Nebraska in their first game without Scott Frost, going up to Rutgers. That's what this weekend was supposed to be.
That was the plan, wasn't it? This was supposed to be the first post Scott Frost game.
That's what this weekend was supposed to be. But now we're in our third game without Scott Frost. So.
And good, because we're well on our way, I think, to making things better. TCU and Kansas somehow, too, going into this year, you wouldn't probably have thought that was going to be a hot ticket item.
Game day was not supposed to end up in Lawrence, Kansas, ever. And now they're there for their first time.
So despite some come-ups from different teams, it is still the traditional teams that are paying the big ticket price going into this weekend. Auburn, Georgia, also under over 100. And the other one might surprise you, BYU, Notre Dame. Mormons versus Catholics.
Well, that's because it's in Vegas.
Is it?
Yeah, that game's in Vegas at the spaceship called the Raiders Stadium.
That will be cool. Both those games, $111.
Interesting. I would. No, Auburn is trash. Notre Dame is not that good either.
No.
But you'd be in Vegas. No, I'd spend my 111 somewhere. I'd spend my 111 at the casinos.
That's kind of weird. Between the 6 teams that are playing in these top price games, only 2 of them are ranked.
That makes sense.
Georgia and
BYU's not ranked anymore?
BYU is. Notre Dame, Auburn, Texas, and Oklahoma aren't.
Oh, Texas, Oklahoma. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
But those still, I'll still pay attention to those games. Those will be fun. The next highest price tickets would come down quite significantly. South Carolina, Kentucky. This is at Kentucky. Kentucky is still... It is very excited about what they got going over there with Stoops.
57.
Takes him. A little bit higher. That's a good guess.
61.
65.
Okay.
Clemson at Boston College.
Oh, that one's a barn burner. Is what that is. 32.
No. Stay up there. It's
still up there? Okay. So it was 67. 60.
64.
Dang it.
And then Adrian Martinez heading to take on Matt Campbell
and
Iowa State, the 6th highest ranked. Or, excuse me, most
57.
63.
Dang it. Why is everything in the 60s? Something has to be 57.
Something probably is, but I didn't go rank that low.
Adrian Martinez is only the 3rd quarterback in quite some time to have, 600 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns rushing in a 2-game span. You know who the other 2 were?
No.
Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, talking about not being in the same category.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa!
I'm not going out on a limb though.
How dare you disrespect Cam Newton like that?
And MVPs, yeah. I just don't think that he's going to accomplish that.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Call me a doubter. How about the
monster?
How about the least expensive tickets? I already mentioned TCU,
Nebraska.
Kansas, surprisingly only $20. Nebraska-Rutgers, $19.
$20 to get into a college game day game. Yeah, that's about it. You hear Kansas's announcement today, though?
No.
Planning on building a new football facility and making major renovations to their stadium.
Well, they better, because as much as I enjoyed my visit to that stadium, half of the game was standing in the line waiting to get any sort of food because they have the beer and the food in the same place. Also, the most frustrating thing is you can only go like vertically up the stairs. You can't move horizontally, so you really got to find your spot, go up one way, but otherwise you're just going to be crowding everybody.
It'll all start, I believe, after this season. They'll start their new football facility and the renovations to their football stadium. So it looks like they're all in on football now. Lance Leipold, maybe he's not going anywhere.
Maybe not. I noticed that too because I knew that Kansas did have an update. I didn't see what it was going to be, but they announced that they were going to make an announcement, I guess. They
announced they were going to announce something later.
Yeah, which is that's how you do announcements.
That's how perfect. You do. Hey, by the way, I'm going to say something later.
Is that
you tune in? Tune in.
So I thought the announcement might have been, hey, we re-signed Lance Leipold to this monster contract. Might do kind of the Michigan State thing last year, take Mel Tucker out of all these job talks.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it was just the football stuff announcement. No coaching stuff.
No coaching stuff. Interesting. All right, the lowest ticket prices that I found kind of surprising this week. Arkansas at Mississippi State. Mississippi State not doing a good job selling their tickets too well. Go ahead and guess that one. SEC battle.
Arkansas at Mississippi State. Arkansas is ranked. They're pretty good. Give me. It's one of the lower ones.
Yep.
So under 30.
Yep.
22.
Keep going.
18.
Keep going.
15.
Keep going.
10.
$11.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good SEC battle.
Oh my goodness. It just means more, right?
Yeah, here's another it just means more. Missouri at Florida.
At Florida? Oh, that has to be more than 11.
It's a little more than 11, yeah.
A little more, 16.
$17.
Goodness gracious. At Florida, at the Swamp, and it's only 16. Anthony
Yeah.
Richardson is projected to be like a top 20 NFL pick, and it's only $16 to go watch him.
They've certainly lost the
luster they had at the beginning of the season.
Beaten Utah early on. Now they've dropped to back-to-back games, I believe. East Carolina and Tulane is the lowest across the nation.
$8.
Lower.
$3.
$4.
Woo! I'd watch
college
that.
football. Yeah, that's
Give me
exactly
Willie Fritz and and Tulane versus the Pirates.
And North Carolina at Miami, another disappointing. Not too much. Miami, we kind of know how their home games go.
Yeah, nobody's there.
Yeah.
$8.
Hey, good guess. Right on.
Finally got one, baby.
And as I normally like to do, the lowest ticket price compared to the highest ticket price. So if you wanted to go to East Carolina, Tulane, you and 44 friends could go for the same price of one ticket to Texas and Oklahoma. So that's always kind of
honestly. I'd rather go to that. I'd rather go to the other game. I'd rather go to Tulane. I'd rather go to Tulane.
I don't think that's true.
Hey, Tulane beat Kansas State, who beat Oklahoma. Therefore, Tulane would beat Oklahoma. Therefore, Tulane's a better team than Oklahoma. I'd rather watch the better team.
Tulane actually is having a really good year.
Boom.
But I'd still watch
There's your
Red
science
River
right
Robber. I
there.
think that'd be a little bit better.
And Texas lost to everybody. Everybody's going to lose to Kansas and Kansas State. Therefore, Tulane is better than Texas. Tulane, Big 12 champions.
Tulane should be in the Big 12, yeah. It is an exciting week in the Big 12, though. I think Texas Tech and Oklahoma State should be quite interesting. So there's some good games on this weekend I'm looking forward to. But that, unfortunately, will do it for the Ticket Water Cooler. Actually, Bryan Munson just texted.
What'd he say?
He put his phone on Do Not Disturb.
Brian. It's okay. It's okay,
all right,
Brian. We still love you.
Yeah. We'll catch up with you next week. It's no problem. But that'll wrap it up for the Ticket Water Cooler. We're out of time, but the happy hour is coming up next, so Rico's not going to go anywhere. Nick Sainert will jump in studio, and as we inch toward this kickoff show, we got at 3:30 the pregame, our Ticket Tailgate pregame show.
Some of us will be live down at Haymarket Park for the SIP Nebraska event.
Yeah, that'll be cool. All right, so we'll do all that, but first, happy hour coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket. One more thing. Go Big Red.